Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Ainun binti Abdul Rahim, matric number 1192694.
Inshallah, I will present about the executive summary. Undoubtedly, all normal human beings will be born with lust that craves sexual behavior towards couple of the opposite sex. It is a normal thing to have insight, but will be a problem when a person has a sex addiction. As such, sex addiction can happen to either men or women. Sex addiction is a serious problem that needs special attention. Because of that, never underestimate this problem, especially if you are experiencing it yourself. Based on the situation, we from Gerakan Anak Muda Malaysia decided to conduct a talk show on 25 February 2022 with the title of the program is Advocate for Better Generation. The program took place at Dewan Astaka Kuala Lumpur in collaboration with Yadim, Jabatan Hal Ehwal Agama Islam Negeri Sembilan and the Ministry of Women Development. There is also a partnership from our special guests who work together in the success of this program, namely the Senior Director of the Ummah and Women Development Sector, Encik Azhar Yahya, in emphasizing the systems of sex addiction that occur among adolescents, especially women. Through this great program, we also expect good outcomes from the participants who participate in this program. The expected outcomes of this program are to provide exposure and comprehensive knowledge about the effect of sex addiction on adolescents, especially to women. In addition, we also hope that the results of the program can protect those involved with sex addiction by approaching them in a good way so that they do not feel marginalized. Hopefully, the outcome of this program can provide benefits and lessons to those who have been stuck with sex addiction or who have never been stuck in this situation, so that they are more careful in doing any activity and wise in choosing peers. Therefore, families, especially parents, teachers and friends, play an important role in this emanating information about the dangers of sex addiction that can destroy the morals and personality of adolescents and can also tarnish the good name of the family and the good name of school. Finally, the program also obtains responses from participants about their level of satisfaction with the program conduct by providing a feedback form and filled by participants before the end of the program. Next, the goals of this project. Our goal through this program is that we want to cultivate a sense of awareness in teenagers, especially women, to always put in themselves that the importance of maintaining self-esteem and family dignity. In addition, we also want to create a society that always cares and is concerned about the people around us, especially towards people who need encouragement and advice from us. Next, the objective. First, to provide comprehensive awareness to adolescents about the effects of sex addiction that can harm themselves and others. Second, to accompany the advice those who have been involved with sex addiction. Third, to produce adolescents who can set a good moral example to the next generation. Next, the outcomes. First, to provide exposure and comprehensive knowledge about the effects of sex addiction on adolescents, especially to women. Second, the results of the program can protect those involved with sex addiction by approaching them in a good way so that they do not feel marginalized. Third, provide benefits and lessons to those who have been stuck with sex addiction or who have never been stuck in this situation so that they are more careful in doing any activity and wise in choosing peers.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad Zharif Aiman bin Mohamad Zaki with matric number 1191432. Inshallah, for this video presentation, I will present to all of you about the problem statement that my group emphasized for this project. Now let's move on to the next slide. This section we like to state in relation to the problem or need that we highlighted and focused by our group for our project, that is that we focus on our target group, that is young girls who claim to be addicted to sex even though they realize that the act is an immorality and sin on the perspective of Islam. Indeed, such group need to be given full attention regarding the problems they face that cause them to become addicted to sex even though they basically know that the act is an act that is forbidden by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Among the reasons for this problem is due to the lack of comprehensive religious education for these young women. They also receive less education and attention from both their parents. Their environment exposed to sexual culture that causes them to engage in the act, and they are also easily influenced by peers who invite them to do such acquisitive activities. The problem that occurs among young women is very important to emphasize because it involves the dignity of a woman herself, which is quite valuable in Islam and need to be taken care of properly. If this problem cannot be curbed and continues, it will damage the dignity of more other young women either in the present or in the future. Dakwah must be done to these young women so that they are aware of the high and valuable self-esteem that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has bestowed to them take care of it properly, not to do wrong things by use their valuable dignity, that they have to do the things that can cause their actions to be injured and cursed by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The thing we can do to avoid misunderstandings in our group effort to preach in resolving the issue we highlight in our project is by way that is we go down the field and get closer to the young women who are stuck with these issues. Try to understand their situation and problems that they face and also help to provide the good solutions and give the clear responses to any misunderstanding they have against us about our da'wah effort for this project to them, so that the da'wah approach that we will use to them is appropriate and easy for them to follow and not normally use the da'wah approach that difficult to them to follow. In this way, we are believing that the misunderstanding that occurred against us in trying out the da'wah to resolve this issue will certainly be resolved in the best way because of the two-way communication from both parties to understand each other. The basis in doing da'wah to this project is by know and get acquainted ta'aruf with this group first to know their life background, thoughts, their tendencies and so on. Only after getting the clear information from these target groups, then we will try to convey the comprehensive Islamic thought in a gentle, kind and polite way, either orally or through deeds. Then we also need to plan well to meet with our target group regularly so that we can follow up on their current developments and not to using much costly da'wah approach, but we must use da'wah approach in a more discreet way or well-known da'wah bil hikmah that can be convincing them to return to the path of true Islamic life based on the Quran and the Sunnah by the way that are more comprehensively. For us, the basis of da'wah used against this target group, if it can be conveyed with a very good method of da'wah and clear delivery, it will make their hearts more open and want to understand Islam more comprehensively, especially in relation to the great values of a woman in the Islamic perspective. For us, the heart will be more open when it is that well and touched with the voice of truth guided by the Quran and Sunnah more comprehensively. The evidence that we can show that this problem is real and very important to emphasize is through that what we can see in the releases of articles in major newspaper stating related to these issues. The explanations given related to this issue are from those who are quite authoritative regarding this matter. We have data that can prove that this problem needs to be taken seriously to be solved properly. It can be proven through the result of a study conducted by the Royal Malaysian Police (PRM), where 9 out of 10 troubled girls interviewed admitted to being addicted to sex despite realizing the matter violates morals and is sinful on the religious side. In the side of client, we can prove that the clients also have the same thing, that the problem that we emphasize in this project is very important. That is because the problem is the global issues that happen among young women nowadays, and this thing is also important to client when they also stated the comprehensive religious development should be given to those who are involved or not involved, so that both can clearly understand what Islam itself is trying to take care of in terms of the values that are present in the woman, so that they can become women who know how to to appreciate dignity and their identity. We also have the best solution to solve this problem, which is to run a dakwah programs that focus on this group so that they get full attention from us. We can understand directly what they face and also provide appropriate and best solution for them to be able to solve the problem in their life. We will also invite the authoritative panels in solving this problem to give them a comprehensive sharing of religious knowledge so that they understand what Islam itself emphasizes, so that the woman can always preserve his dignity from being tarnished by those who are irresponsible and halal for them. We think it will be work because the program we want to organize also involve cooperation from various parties, either from donors or Yayasan Dakwah Islamiyah Malaysia Yadim, in working together with us to move the program and also ensure the mission and objective of our project is achieved. In addition, the dakwah approach that we will use directly to reach out to these young women in this program will be able to be attractive for them to participate in this program that we organize. Not only that, the involvement of an authoritative invite panel in this program will also be able to influence them to participate. Moreover, the solution of this problem that we do in this project can also be used as a model for other places and groups in terms of the approach of dakwah orally or actions that we try to convey to our target group that is wise and prudent in creating sustainability, so that the groups Mad'u that we preach is able to accept what we are trying to share and convey to them, in ensuring that they have the awareness to make change and deepen their knowledge in the religion of Islam more comprehensively, so that they do not do things that are forbidden in Islam. Last but not least, dakwah can be useful to improve the situation by we applying dakwah wisely by arranging strategies and methods of dakwah that are appropriate for the group. We try to approach and use the Quran and Sunnah as the main source of guidance in nurturing and educating the target group so that they can apply and appreciate the true Islamic way of life in their life. Cooperation between the relevant and authoritative bodies also plays an important role in helping to improve the situation and also at the same time strengthen the mission and objective of the dakwah that we want to bring in this project so that it can be realized in the best way. That's all from me for the problem statement. I hope benefit to all of you for my group project, insyaAllah. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mohamad Izzat Irfan bin Zahri, 1191430. In this part, I will discuss on 4.0 plan of work, narrative, and project description, and 5.0 evaluation. Right, in this part, we intend to conduct this event in the classroom hall by offering speeches and explanations. This session will take place over the course of one day, from morning to evening. We want to make sure that in this workshop, participants pay close attention and delve into sex concerns that are becoming more widely recognized these days. We also want to make sure they can commit to this field throughout their career. The program is divided into sections, the first of which features guest speakers. In this slot, the speaker will discuss concerns connected to adolescent sex addiction, which has been identified as a bad culture in the Muslim community and immoral in wider society. True, the speakers who will talk are from individuals who have dealt with these issues before, so the participants will be able to follow the conversation more simply. The speaker will provide statistics on adolescent sexual problems, the factors that cause adolescent sexual problems, the impact of these sexual problems on adolescents, and the solution to these sexual problems according to Islam for adolescents who have trapped and those who are already trapped. Next, in the second session, the focus was on the participants' reflection on the issue covered. We will give participants the chance to share what they learned from the speaker's first slot, which focused on the topic of sex addiction among female adolescents. This allows the participants to show their implicit hurt, which may be in the desire to stop the problem from spreading further or in their personal opinion on the topic at hand. We are convinced that this heart-to-heart session will have a significant impact on both ourselves and the participants, because women, according to Macwork in 2014, have unique attributes. Women have unique attributes such as love, gentleness, and resilience. Furthermore, Yadim institutions must form joint ventures in the program to demonstrate their trust in our organization while also being able to supervise the participants themselves. This may also assist us in receiving input from Yadim institution if we have any shortcomings in other areas. This involvement is also crucial because if there are problems among the participants who have a sex addiction problem or have had a sex addiction problem in the past, they can seek guidance and participate in programs to prevent problems among young women from recurring. Right, for evaluation, our program's evaluation is subdivided into two parts. Before the first session, participants will be given an assessment of their degree of understanding of sexual societal problems. Likert scale survey questions are used to assess the participants. It has 1 to 5 agreement scales with strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree being the most common. We were able to determine the participants' degree of understanding of the issues that are affecting young Muslim women in Indonesia thanks to this assessment. Next, following that, after the program has ended, we will conduct another evaluation to determine whether or not the participants were happy with the program. This evaluation will determine the program's effectiveness after it has been completed. The participants will fill in the blanks. The goal of this evaluation was to get immediate feedback on our program from participants.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Saidatul Husna, binti Syed Anuar 1191434. I will continue the presentation, which is organizational capability. So, why we conduct this project? First, our organization have members with a bachelor's degree in Da'wah and Islamic Management from a public university, which is University Science Islam Malaysia, USIM. Our members have been trained with the values of the Da'wah element by applying wise Islamic management. So, there is no denying that our organization has the ability to help those in need and be more concerned with our surrounding in order to create a proper Islamic life. Our organization is exposed to many skills and strategies that are effective and wise in preaching to the public. Our organization also active doing charity work during the study period and then establish this organization. This can be proven when our organization become one of the organizations in Malaysia that is very active in mobilizing any program related to Da'wah, especially to Muslims in need. We have collaborated many times with public figures and other well-known organizations in Malaysia to fight for and revive the message of Islam in the community. For example, our organization often goes street da'wah with Ustaz Abdul. This experience of da'wah activities add to our skills and confidence in approaching the people. This project collaborate with Yayasan Dakwah Islamiyah Malaysia Yadim, Jabatan Hal Ehwal Agama Islam Negeri Sembilan, and Kementerian Pembangunan Wanita, Keluarga dan Masyarakat. So, this collaboration helped us receive a very overwhelming response from the public and achieve the objective of the program successfully. Alhamdulillah. In fact, this collaboration makes it easier for us to gain the trust and confidence of the public to also contribute and facilitate our organization in fundraising.
Next, personnel and staffing pattern. First, Head Director Mohamad Zharif Aiman bin Mohamad Zaki, Deputy Head Director Mohamad Izzat Irfan bin Mohamad Zahri, Secretary Siti Tahirah binti Abdul Rahim, Treasurer Sharifah Saidatul Husna binti Syed Anuar, and the last one is Media and Publicity Lina binti Madri Saleh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khalida binti Madri Saleh, matric number 1191400. Today I will talk about continuation and budget of this program. Continuation. The initiative we have taken during this dakwah project is the awareness that the danger of sex addiction. This is because after the program, we will follow up with the participant to find out the reason for the participant addiction to sex. We will also monitor those who have been involved. In addition, we will help those who are stuck with various methods. This is one of the continuation efforts that we will help participants reduce against addiction. In addition, we will create another program to follow up the participant with purpose to make sure it can improve participants as well as be able to help participants from continuing to get stuck with the addiction. But to hold the program, we need sufficient funds to cover the program. Thus, we can help the participants who are stuck. In this way, we can also help the next generation. Extensive program budget. In this program, we need two expenses, which is food and program equipment. Food, we need breakfast and lunch, which is breakfast is 5 ringgit and lunch 10 ringgit for 15 participants. The total of breakfast is 215 and the total of lunch is 500. On the program equipment, we need hall, speaker allowance and stationery. The budget of rent a hall is 500. The budget to speaker allowance is 1000 and the budget of stationery is 100. So the total is 2315 to do this program. So that's all from me. Thank you.